comes together to win. A solo beat or the rhythm of many. The flair of one dancer or the art of a troupe. One distinct voice or the beauty of the symphony. At FCMB Group, we build ecosystems, empower communities, and create the future. Because we believe it's not just one, but the power of the group that delivers the future we all desire. FCMB, the power of the group.
It's the original Oriental Derby in the Nigerian Premier League. Defending champions, Rangers International may have surrendered the title, but the continental spot is still inside. Heartland of Owerri, immersed in relegation waters, the Flying Antelopes and the Nazi Millionaires stake it all on Sunday at the Cathedral, the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu. Who bows to who? Bows to who? Catch all the action, the thrills, the feels, and the drama only on Radio Nigeria. Yes, Radio Nigeria will be bringing the match to you live this Sunday at 3 p.m. Nigerian time. The power of Derby and the do-or-die aspirations make it a match you don't want to miss. FRCN Sports, connected through sports, uniting the nation.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Thank you for staying tuned. The federal government has made a compelling case to French investors, highlighting Nigeria's ambitious economic reforms, dynamic market potentials, and investor-friendly environment as part of the administration's efforts to attract sustained foreign direct investment. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, emphasized Nigeria's commitment to fostering deeper economic ties with France while speaking at the Nigeria Business Forum in Paris, France. He expressed appreciation to the long-standing French partners operating in Nigeria for their contributions across key sectors, including energy, infrastructure, agriculture, healthcare, and manufacturing. Information correspondent Joshua Adams has details.
The forum, which is a follow-up to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit last year to France, brought together major stakeholders to discuss mutual business opportunities for both countries. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, explained that the current economic reforms in Nigeria provide opportunities for investment.
Under President Tinubu, Nigeria has embarked on historic economic reforms aimed at creating a more competitive and transparent, stable economic environment. This includes unifying and stabilizing the foreign exchange regime, phasing out the fuel subsidies regime that block leakages and guarantee greater revenues for our development. There is also an ambitious tax reform that is aimed at ensuring ease and transparency of taxation.
The minister said the federal government was taking every necessary step already to ensure investment in Nigeria was made easy.
The borders are getting a lot more secured. There is automation at the entry points now that is making both entry and exit easier for all Nigerians and for all genuine investors to come into our country and to exit as they wish.
The French ambassador to Nigeria, Marc Fombostia, also corroborated and urged investors to take advantage of the political stability and population in Nigeria.
Nigeria is a country that has been boldly reforming itself since the arrival of the Tinubu administration. It is true that the reform of the exchange rate policy and the removal of petrol subsidies came as a shock to the country. But these reforms are laying the foundation for long-term economic stability.
The governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who appreciated the president of Nigeria and that of France for organizing the forum, called on the business community to come to Lagos. Other governors who participated in the forum include Ogun, Ondo, Ebonyi, Oyo, and Kwara State. From Paris in France, Joshua Adams, Radio Nigeria.
Nigeria and China have signed 2 agreements worth $30.9 million for the development of startup hubs in Abuja for the development of environment for social startups in Nigeria. At the event in Abuja, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, said the 2 interventions, which are multi-sectoral, implies that there is visible synergy between the governments of China and Nigeria. Correspondent Daniel Adejo has details.
The 2 projects, Development of Startup Hub in Abuja, worth $9.9 million, is being implemented by the National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDA, while that of the development of supporting environment for social startups in Nigeria, costing $21 million, is being implemented by the Nigerian Sovereign Authority. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, applauded the Japanese government for the series of interventions being executed through JICA and the Embassy of Japan towards improving the quality of lives of Nigerians.
This represents a commitment, a footstep towards billions of dollars that are held by private investors in technology and startups in venture capital funds.
Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of Japan in Nigeria, Mr. Kozaki Hatashi, said the proposed startup hub in Abuja would serve as a central node in Nigeria's innovation ecosystem, providing entrepreneurs with access to essential resources, mentorship, networking opportunities, and technical support.
We invest in this physical and institutional infrastructure to empower Nigerian innovators to transform their innovative idea into viable businesses that can create jobs, generate economic value, and contribute to the Nigeria's national development priority.
Mr. Hitachi affirmed that Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs selected Nigeria as the first country to pioneer the innovative projects, underscoring the strategic importance Japan places on Nigeria.
What makes this project unique is that the Nigerian government itself set up the fund with the aim of investing in startup companies that solve social challenges.
He noted that the two projects reflect Japan's commitment to supporting Nigeria's effort to diversify its economy and harness the power of technology and innovation. In Abuja, Daniel Adejo, Radio Nigeria.
The Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology wants scientists to take the advocacy and awareness of emerging scientific breakthroughs to primary and secondary schools across the country. This is in a bid to nurture a scientifically literate next generation for the growth and development of the nation's economy. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mrs. Eswabana Nko-Asanye, made the call during a facility tour of the Sheda Science and Technology Complex, SHESCO, in Abuja. Chinasa Osai reports.
The Sheda Science and Technology Complex, SHESCO, serves as a national research hub offering state-of-the-art facilities for basic and applied scientific research across sectors such as agriculture, health, industry, and the environment. During a tour of the complex, the Permanent Secretary in the Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology, Mrs. Eswabana Nko-Asanye, emphasized the need for scientists to explore cutting-edge breakthroughs such as genome editing to enhance knowledge. Mrs. Nko-Asanye pointed out that this would reduce Nigeria's dependency on foreign expertise in critical areas of science and technology.
For the institute to continue to be relevant in scheme of things, we all have to look into the emerging technologies are coming up.
The Director General of SHESCO, Professor Paul Oyinekwe, said the complex had been consistently investing in human capacity development, particularly in emerging technologies, to ensure innovation reaches grassroots levels. Professor Oyinekwe, however, appealed to the ministry to intervene in the administrative takeover of the Nuclear Technology Center, which was ceded to the Nigeria Atomic Energy Commission.
What the president then approved was for them to supervise. Fortunately, the GIF, which was the only facility available there, was operational, but the moment it was handed over to them, it became moribund.
Also, some directors at Sheda Science and Technology Complex called for urgent upgrade of research equipment to enhance the quality of scientific outputs.
It's a good environment for research. There is less distraction, but the facilities are grossly inadequate. The ministry can select some people in the research centers and give a professional training.
In February, SHESCO gained international recognition by winning awards in the field of natural medicine and artificial intelligence at a global competition held in Kuwait. In Abuja, Chinasa Osai, Radio Nigeria.
Promadisa Nigeria, maker of Cowbell, has officially launched the 2025 edition of Cowbellpedia, themed The Mega Minds. The Icon TV quiz show is not just another competition. It is where the best young problem solvers show their skills in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, general knowledge, and puzzles, while keeping the audience on the edge of their seats. Our correspondent, Ebere Obike, who was at the grand opening for Radio Nigeria, now reports.
Speaking at the grand opening, the marketing director of Promazidor Nigeria Limited, Ms. Adebola Williams, stressed that with Cowbellpedia, Promazidor will continue to encourage Nigerian students to bring out their potential. Ms. Williams, who celebrated the young Nigerian talents, noted that through the Cowbellpedia platform, they are not just unlocking great educational potential, but bringing huge excitement to participants and the general public alike. Ms. Williams emphasized the global impact of the show, pointing out that some of the top-performing students from the 2023 Cowbellpedia TV quiz show have gone ahead to secure scholarships in prestigious institutions in the US, UK, Qatar, and Nigeria.
For us, Cowbellpedia is that platform that gives them that opportunity to showcase the educational excellence that we have in Nigeria and the tremendous work that these children have put into their success and their future. And Cowbellpedia is a platform, is an asset that we would continue to promote, part of the society, which is education. Without education, we are blind. Without education, we don't have a future.
Ms. Williams pointed out that at Promazidor, they are dedicated to nourishing both body and mind as the vital-rich formula and vitamin B9 support brain development, empower students to hone their skills and strive for excellence. Diary category manager Promazidor Nigeria, Mr. Donato Sobai, explained that the Cowbellpedia game had been structured to be in 4 stages, which include the elimination stage, quarter-final, semi-final, and the grand finale, explaining that the show, based on feedback from parents and teachers, has been modified to make it more interesting. Mr. Obai emphasized that the show is about accuracy and speed to have the edge over the next participants.
This year, we've improved and optimized the fastest finger, and this is feedback that we got from the last one. We've tried to see that fastest finger is enjoyable, where all of them have to at least try to answer 3 questions and ensure that they are given a fair chance to proceed to the next step, as opposed to just answering just 1 question and when you answer it, the top 8 move.
Last year, junior category winner Albo Daniel, who is back to participate in the senior category, could not hide his excitement as he said returning to Cowbellpedia is a dream come true.
I feel excited because I have another chance to showcase my skills, make more friends.
On his part, a teacher at St. Gregory's College School, Lagos, Mr. Ajiboye Olakule, expressed optimism that their students have been working hard and is confident that they will give it their all.
The expectation is clear that the students, they are good to go.
The Cowbellpedia game show offers up to 100 million naira prize rewards in cash and items like laptops, tablets, projectors, and cowbell products to be won. The overall winner in both the junior and senior secondary school categories will receive 5 million naira each, plus an all-expenses paid educational trip to Kenya. While the first runner-up in the junior and senior categories will win 3 million naira each, and the second runner-up in junior and secondary categories will go home with 2 million naira each, just as the 4th position for both categories will leave with 500,000 naira each. Parents and teachers also get their time in the spotlight with special competition segments. Over 5,000 students between the ages of 11 to 17 years from secondary schools across Nigeria participated in a computer-based test, CBT, where the top 132 performers emerged and was given a tablet each to aid them in the competition. Cowbellpedia will air every Saturday on African Magic Family at 5 p.m., NT at 6 p.m., TVC at 8 p.m., and other terrestrial TV stations across the country. From Lagos, Iberi Obike, Radio Nigeria.
Stakeholders at one-day presentation of civil society organizations' positions on the revitalization of the Almajiri Tsangaya system of education in Nigeria have proposed a robust policy that, with legal backing from the National Assembly to address Almajiri education system. At the event in Abuja, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, said this was to ensure that every Almajiri not only benefits from Islamic education, but also has the opportunity to be a functional and effective member of the society. Correspondent Modupe Aduloju attended the event and now reports.
According to scholars, lack of reform and regulation of the Sangaya education in Nigeria places the Amajiri at a risk of abuse, exploitation, radicalization, and manipulation, hence the need for policy backing. The Minister of State for Education, Professor Shuaiba Ahmad, confirmed that the ministry had already begun a process of developing a national policy on Amajiri and would also sponsor a bill to the National Assembly.
We want to ensure that each and every Almajiri not only benefits from Islamic education, but also has the opportunity a functional and effective member of the society.
The Executive Secretary, National Commission for Amajiri and Out-of-School Children, Dr. Muhammad Idris, highlighted severe abuses against Amajiri children, citing cases of blindness, sodomy, and starvation, while condemning systemic neglect and discrimination.
Lost his 2 eyes. Abdullahi, a 12-year-old boy, was battling with his health last 3 months in Kano because he was sodomized by his master.
The country director of Plan International Nigeria, Mr. Charles Usi, said that the organization had been spearheading a revitalization effort to reform Nigeria's Amajiri education system.
It's work of almost 2 years that we are bringing to say, get anybody else that needs to be part of this, so that as we continue, we ensure that we carry everybody along.
Mr. Charles Usi noted that initiative encourage accountability and demand that the Amajiri Commission produce reliable data to secure sustainability. In Abuja, Nudukbe Aduloju, Radio Nigeria.
The Ministry of Women Affairs has called on stakeholders to create an enabling environment to give youth and women a voice in decision-making across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The Minister, Hajia Liman Suleiman Ibrahim, made the call in Abuja at the opening ceremony of a 3-day conference of some non-governmental organizations in Abuja. Represented by the Director in the Minister's office, Mrs. Ola Folami, the minister, who noted that the ministry has made huge progress in promoting gender equality, noted that empowering women and youth was crucial to the development of the nation.
The commitment of the Ministry of Women Affairs is to promote policies and programs that support young women's empowerment, and we will continue to work with stakeholders such as youth to create opportunities and address challenges.
The convener of the program, Mr. Jonathan Okodiri, pledged total support of the NGOs to the unity and progress of the nation.
There are numerous benefits like training of skills, financial empowerment. We want to make sure that they go back to agricultural, sustainable farming and food security to make sure there are much availability of food in Nigeria.
Mr. Okudiri urged other well-meaning Nigerians to develop and implement employment initiatives, especially in agriculture, to help take the country out of food insecurity.
The Plateau State government has expressed its commitment to lift the state out of its national average ratings in terms of healthcare delivery. Governor Caleb Mutfwang stated this at the Made in Nigeria Medical Association Plateau State Chapter Business Coalition for Healthcare Summit held in Jos, Plateau State. Correspondent Josiah Buzan was there and filed in the report.
The event provided the opportunity to share knowledge, exchange ideas, and inspire action towards creating a healthier and vibrant communities. With the theme, Unlocking the Value Chain in Healthcare Financing Through Sustainable Business, reflects their commitment to addressing the most pressing health issues of our time. Governor Caleb Mutfwang said what they have done so far is a drop in the ocean, considering the plan they have for the state.
We will give you money to misuse. By the grace of God, we will go there and we will keep monitoring it. And that is the beginning of the public-private partnership.
Governor Mutfwang disclosed that the state government was discussing with a German consortium where they offered an opportunity for an exchange program for doctors and nurses. Former Governor of Plateau State and non-senator representing Plateau South in the National Assembly, Simon Lalong, reiterated that healthcare was one area he considers very crucial to human development, hence his effort to improve that sector when he was governor.
This is why our rescue administration had no efforts at making sure that tangible results were attained.
The chairman, Nigeria Medical Association Plateau State, Dr. Yilji Kashmir Kuntap, said the efficiency of the private sector was unparalleled, reinforcing the notion that dedication and discipline beats brilliance and giftedness.
While the few players in the health sector have today made some progress, abdicating the responsibility of growing our health industry to the traditional players.
Chairman of the occasion and one-time ambassador of Nigeria to Namibia, Bagudu Hilse, stressed the need for an increase in philanthropic support for businesses for healthcare initiatives in Plateau State.
Strengthening partnerships between stakeholders and ultimately a reduction in mobility and mortality.
The keynote speaker and Chancellor of Miva University, Sim Shagaya, represented by the Vice Chancellor, Mr. Tao Alurogun, stressed the need for partnership in the health sector.
When we have partnership in place, we need policy.
There was a presentation of the health needs of the state, while awards were given to Governor Caleb Mutfwang and Senator Lalong from Jos. Josiah Budzun, Radio Nigeria.
The Nasarawa state government has reiterated its commitment to train over 3,000 women and youth across the state on entrepreneurship programs to make them self-reliant. Governor Abdullahi Sule disclosed this at the graduation ceremony of 50 women and youths from the 13 local government areas of the state held in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital. Correspondent Dahiru Hassan completes the story.
The 50 women and youth drawn across 13 local government areas of Nasarawa State were trained for 5 days in different entrepreneurship skills to make them to be self-reliant. The training, which was a collaboration between Nasarawa State government through Ministry of Youth and Sport Development and Interweb Solutions, is targeting women and youths across the state to venture into meaningful business. Governor Abdullahi Sule explained that training of youth and women in different skills is part of his administration's policy direction enshrined in the Nasarawa Economic Development Strategy NETS.
This collaboration is no doubt a testament to our collective efforts to continue to engage our youth towards wealth creation and employment generation.
The country director Interweb Solutions, Mr. Exodus Isuku, noted that the collaboration between Nasarawa State government and his organization will reduce unemployment rate among youth in the state.
Nasarawa State is a very large state, and we are hoping that with this state, the journey has started.
State Commissioner for Youth and Sport Development, Yakubu Kwanta, pointed out that the beneficiaries have undergone 5 days rigorous training on entrepreneurship to enhance their businesses. Some beneficiaries of the training thank Nasarawa State government for the opportunity.
I now understand better how to run a successful business.
We learn for just 5 days and with different mindsets on how to survive life.
Each of the 5 groups of the trainees received 300,000 naira to start up their businesses. In Hiru Hassan, Radio Nigeria.
28 minutes past 7, you're listening to the news on the network service of Radio Nigeria. In the headlines, federal government has wooed French investors. APC has shut its secretariat over killing of kidnapped party's director. Stakeholders have canvassed legal backing to address Almajiri education. Still to come, benefiting communities dispel rumor of abandonment of road project. Plus sports news, commentary, cyberscope, newspaper headlines, and weather report. Stay with us.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Health is in our hands. We all have a part to play. It's time to get informed. Take care from the start. Did you know HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis are preventable, treatable, and no longer a death sentence? Knowledge is power. You can live a productive and good life. Test, treat, and get the help you need. HIV can be managed with treatments. Syphilis is curable with antibiotics, and hepatitis can be prevented with a vaccine. Regular testing is key to staying safe. Together, we can stop the spread of HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis. Prevention is key. Get tested today. HIV/AIDS is not a death sentence. Awareness saves lives. Visit the nearest public health facility today. This message is from the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON.
NAFDAC, we do due diligence because our goal, our mission is to safeguard the health of our country, and we will never compromise on that.
It's a mandate.
COVID-19 vaccines are new and desirable. If NAFDAC does not approve, the public should not use.
Incisive. NAFDAC on your health every Monday at 4:30 in the evening. NAFDAC on your health.
People and uniting the nation.
The member representing the Southeast on the governing board of the Southeast Development Commission, Mr. Sam Onigbo, has described as false and misleading reports that work on the Umuahia Ikwano Ikorekbene Federal Road project had been abandoned. At the news conference in Abuja, Mr. Sam Onigbo remarked that rather than show appreciation and encouragement to the federal government for approving 14.37 billion as augmentation for the projects 2 months ago, some indigents of the benefiting community had orchestrated that the road had been abandoned. Mr. Onigbo gave some records of work carried out so far and that the contractor was presently on the ground.
From June 2023, 8.42 kilometers of the terribly fell sections has been completed and 4.47 kilometers of walk-stroke-drain has been achieved. In the first quarter of 2025, January to March, 880 meters of asphalt binder course, 3.22 kilometers wiring course, and 1.53 kilometers of concrete drains have been completed.
Mr. Sam Onigbo thanked President Bola Tinubu's administration for funding the Umuahia Ikwano Ikorekbene Federal Road, describing it as a major socio-economic point for the nation.
Meanwhile, residents of Ogwebula Autonomous Community in Ikwano local government area of Abia State have appealed to the construction firm handling the rehabilitation of Umuahia Ikwano Road by the federal government to expedite action on the project. The residents made the plea when Radio Nigeria visited the area to ascertain the level of work on the road. Speaking on the project, an evangelist, Mr. Abraham Osondu, and the businessman, Chief Ndubisi Oga, expressed satisfaction on the quality of job being carried out on the road and called on the contractor handling the firm to increase the pace of work on the project. Also, Mr. Nnamdi Nwakama and a commercial tricycle operator, Mr. Jude Anozie, while commending the federal government for coming to their plight by rehabilitating the road, urged the firm to handling the work to expedite action before the rainy season sets in. Efforts made by Radio Nigeria to get the reactions of the construction firm handling the project on the matter proved abortive as they declined to speak.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
The Raw Materials Research and Development Council, RMRDC, says it will work with stakeholders in the manufacturing industries to move the country from consumption to production economy. The Director General of RMRDC, Professor Nanyelugo Ikemonso, stated this during a meeting in Lagos with major stakeholders in the manufacturing sector. He explained that the council wants to organize a summit to promote local raw material sourcing and value addition to the abundant resources in the country and to foster collaboration among the industry players. In a remark, the General Manager, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, Mr. Femi Badegun, urged producers and manufacturers to network on ways to assist each other's growth for the development of the nation. The chief executives of some of the industries visited by the RMRDC delegation promised to contribute their quota, but urged the government to make policies that are favorable to local manufacturers, especially tariff, infrastructure, and import substitution. The consultant and chairman of the local organizing committee, Professor Bernard Odo, said during the event, stakeholders would shape policies and form partnerships that will drive the growth of Africa's raw materials sector.
There were reports in some quarters that prices of staple food crops have dropped significantly across many parts of the country, most especially in the northeast. Radio Nigeria correspondent Olufunke Adeosun, who went round various markets in Ilesha in Osun State to ascertain this report, that there were no much difference in food prices from last year till now.
Contrary to reports making the rounds that prices of food items have come down, a recent price survey revealed that prices of most foodstuffs are still on the high side. At the popular Sabo and Atakumosa market in Ilesha, a bag of white beans known as gumbe is presently sold for 120,000 naira, as against the former price of 115,000 naira, while a bag of brown beans, popularly called Olonyi Big, goes for 175,000 naira. A bag of foreign rice has decreased from 82,000 naira to 78,000 naira, while both white and yellow dry maize is between 62 and 63,000 naira. Malam Abu and Audu, who both sell foodstuffs at Sabo Market in Ilesha, explained that prices of these food items have drastically come down in the northern part of the country, but the cost of transportation to the southern part caused the increase in price. A housewife, Mrs. Hannah Ademiju, who lamented the high cost of living, called on the federal government to do everything possible to bring down the price of petroleum products so as to reduce the cost of transportation of food items from the northern part of the country.
For instance, the beans we are buying at rates of 4,000 naira. The man I'm selling it to now tell me the beans is now 3,900. What's the difference? And those people selling it said that before they move it from where we think it's cheap down here, the difference will not show because of the cost of transportation. So we are just hoping that the government will do something about the cost of the food.
Mrs. Ademiju, who maintained that most people could not buy food in bulk for storage due to the high prices, called on the market women not to add to the suffering of the masses by enforcing prices in the market through their various associations. A civil servant, Mrs. Grace Owueye, observed that prices of food items have continued to rise since the removal of the fuel subsidy in 2023.
The difference is not really much, but there is a little reduction. If the government can bring back the subsidy that they remove and things came normal, like the petrol price is normal, so I think life will be more better than we are now.
Mrs. Owueye appealed to the federal government to intervene by subsidizing farm inputs and fertilizer to encourage local farmers and alleviate their suffering for improved farm yields. In Ilesha, Olufunke Adeosun, Radio Nigeria.
Nigeria has submitted its first biennial transparency report to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, making it one of the few African countries to fulfill part of the conditions to mitigating global climate change impact. The Director General, National Council on Climate Change, Dr. Nkiruka Maduekwe, stated this at the opening of a two-day workshop for technical working group stakeholders involving ministries, departments, and agencies organized by the United Nations Development Programme, Abuja. Shindong Bala completes the report.
Nigeria's submission of the first biennial transparency report is considered a landmark achievement for a process that commenced in 1994 when Nigeria became a party to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Dr. Nkiruka Maduekwe said the workshop has set another stage for commencement of a second biennial and a fourth national communications report as a combined implementation required under the enhanced transparency framework of the Paris Agreement. The Director General was represented by a director in the agency, Mr. Okewugu Chukwuemeka.
These reports are crucial for tracking progress towards climate goals, eventually supporting strong alignment with more effective data-driven climate action.
While commending Nigeria for setting the stage towards meeting the United Nations Paris Agreement requirements in addressing climate change, an envoy of the UN, Mr. Rasak Rayamut, explained that Nigeria is expected to submit a combined transparency report to the global body within the next 2 years.
When they fall in the same year, like the next one in 2026 for Nigeria, we call it a combined biennial transparency and national communication report for the country.
Mr. Bardawaz Ramlowas explained that the workshop was to create awareness to the stakeholders on the second biennial transparency report expected to be completed by December 2026. Speaking on concerns raised by participants on gas emissions in the oil and gas sector, stakeholders in the sector allay any fears to that effect.
There are conditions of regulators who give the oil companies regulation on how to operate.
We are making sure that we produce this crude oil in a very responsible manner.
I can assure you that we're not just
using these resources irresponsibly. As a midstream and downstream regulator, we're looking at introducing biofuels into our fuel mix.
The workshop was geared towards building mutual trust and confidence in a transparent manner that involves stakeholders' participation and engagement to achieve quality transparency reporting to the UNFCCC. Shindambala, Radio Nigeria.
Ikorodu City were ruthless last night as they hammered Katsina United 6-0 in a rescheduled March Day 31 fixture of the Nigeria Premier Football League played in Lagos. The result, which was Ikorodu's biggest ever win in the top flight, ensured that they moved to the 4th position in the NPFL table. Let's join Joy Eziefula for more on the NPFL and other stories in our sports package.
The Shooting Stars of Ibadan will continue their quest for a continental ticket today when they visit Yenagoa to face Bayelsa United in a March Day 33 fixture of the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL). The Ibadan side are currently in the 4th position with 48 points, 2 points behind Abia Warriors, who sit in 3rd. Tomorrow, Sunshine Stars of Akure, who are swimming in the relegation waters, will host Eimba of Aba. 8 matches will be decided on Sunday, with 2 sides battling for continental tickets. Abia Warriors and Rivers United of Port Harcourt clashing in Umuahia, while league leaders Remo Stars welcome Katsina United to Ikene. Also on Sunday, bottom of the log Lobi Stars of Makudi, who must be thinking of life in the 2nd division next season, play away to Kano Pillars as Nasarawa United of Lafia continue their battle against relegation when they host Plateau United in a North Central derby. Bendel Insurance will also be traveling as they make a trip to Ilorin for a date with Kwara United, while struggling Aqua United of Uyo entertain El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. There will be an Oriental derby in Enugu when champions Rangers ambush relegation-haunted Heartland of Owerri in a match that Radio Nigeria has concluded arrangements to bring live commentaries to Nigerians. The Rangers versus Heartland fixture is scheduled to kick off at 3 p.m. and the proceedings will be live on Radio Nigeria. Defending champions Edo Queens of Benin have qualified for the Nigeria Women's Football League NWFL Super 6. The defending champions remain top of Group A as they maintain their unbeaten run after 11 matches. They have won 9 matches and drawn 2, amassing 29 points, 4 points ahead of second place Remo Ladies of Ikene, who garnered 25 points. In Group B, Bayelsa Queens, who are also unbeaten so far, recorded 9 wins and 2 draws and earned 29 points to seal a place in the Super 6. Rivers Angels are also through to the season-ending Super 6 with doubles as the title defender. NWFL Media Director Sam Amadu spoke on the level of competitiveness in the Women's League and the race to the Super 6.
It's been an exciting season so far, 11 match days done and 3 to go for the 2024-2025 season. So far, we have 3 teams that confirmed their place to the Super 6, Rivers Angels, Edo Queens, and Bayelsa Queens. We are waiting for 3 more teams to join, and while we're waiting, now we have Remo Stars, Nasarawa Amazons, and Abia Angels in contest for the top 2 remaining places. And in Group B, despite Rivers Angels' first game loss of the season at Robo Queens, they already qualified because of the loss of Niger Rattles to Bayelsa Queens. And that means Niger Rattles, Robo Queens, Delta Queens, and Ibom Angels all have likely chance of still qualifying.
The Super 6 contest will determine the overall winners of the 2024-2025 season of the Nigeria Women's Football League, NWFL. And the chairman, Sports, University of Jos, Professor Ishaya Pam, is optimistic that the country's athletes will do well at the World University Games scheduled for July this year in Germany. Professor Pam was speaking after assessing the performance of the athletes during training hosted by the University of Jos. Correspondent Josiah Bosom reports.
The trial is meant to select the best and those that meet the standards from the 50 participating universities in the country, with over 500 athletes and officials. The chairman, Sports University of Jos, Professor Ishaya Pam, said the country's contingent will be taking part in 7 events.
Athletics, track and field, judo, taekwondo, swimming, badminton, and tennis.
Professor Ishaya Pam said the trials are going on in separate venues because the university is still constructing the sports complex preparatory to the Nigerian University Games billed for November this year. Professor Pam said this is the first time the University of Jos is holding this type of event, which is evident that the state is safe and the university has the facilities to hold such events and also help in grassroots sports development.
The universities are the apex of amateur sports. So if we can pick them from here now, I think some will get transfers when they go to World University Games and they will get global attention.
The event has so far been smooth with support from the state government and other agencies. From Jos, Josiah Buzun, Radio Nigeria.
And with our report from Josiah Bosom, we end sports news this morning. I am Joy Ezephela.
The commentary is on mitigating the impact of the impending flood in the country. It is written by Tehime Oraduen, a public affairs analyst.
For over a decade, flooding has remained a perennial natural disaster in Nigeria. Virtually every rainy season, houses, farmlands and properties worth billions of naira are destroyed by severe flooding across the country, with countless lives lost. While flooding can be attributed to the impacts of climate change, human factors such as indiscriminate disposal of waste materials on waterways, construction on floodplains, and several other human activities inimical to environmental wellness exacerbates flooding in many parts of the country yearly. This disaster, with no immediate end in sight, has no doubt impacted negatively on the nation's economy and social well-being of millions of people. A World Bank report released a few years ago had revealed that the devastating impacts of perennial flooding in Nigeria has cost the nation billions of dollars. Only recently, during the presentation of the 2025 Annual Flood Outlook, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Telum Youssef, alerted the nation to the impending flooding. According to Professor Youssef, 1,249 communities in 176 local governments in 33 states, plus the FCT, fall within the high flood risk areas. He said the 33 high flood risk states are Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Imo, and Jigawa. The others are Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, Zamfara, and the FCT. The minister explained that the flood level this time was expected to be high in terms of impact on the population, agriculture, livelihood, livestock and infrastructure, as well as the environment. The anticipated flood will affect 657 communities in 52 local government areas from April to June, while 544 communities in 142 local government areas will be devastated by the flood in July, August and September, as well as 484 communities in 56 local governments in October and November. This revelation is a wake-up call for all stakeholders, especially governors, chairmen of local governments, traditional and religious leaders, to take proactive steps that would ensure timely and adequate preparedness, response, and evacuation of people to safer grounds. It has consequently become imperative for every citizen, particularly those residing on floodplains, to immediately act on this timely information by embarking on intense cleaning of drainages and ensuring proper disposal of waste materials. Similarly, governments at all levels must intensify sensitization and awareness campaigns to all nooks and crannies of the society to educate the people on the importance of keeping their surroundings clean and clearing all blocked drains, canals, and streams to allow free flow of water. Governments must also ensure that henceforth no one is allocated plots of land for building on floodplains, while all structures illegally built on waterways must be pulled down immediately. Stiffer penalties must be meted out to anyone caught disposing waste in unapproved locations or who intentionally refuse to keep their environments clean and healthy. That is why programs such as the National Flood Insurance Program and the Integrated Climate Resilience Innovation Project geared towards scaling up food sufficiency in the country through climate-smart agriculture and increasing climate resilience initiated by the federal government is commendable. It is also important to acknowledge the federal government's ongoing construction of a buffer dam along the nation's border with Cameroon to control excess water release from the Lagdo Dam, the reconstruction and upgrading of Alo Dam in Maiduguri, Borno State, and other dams to end river flooding. In all, mitigating the impacts of flooding in the country should be seen as a collective responsibility of all.
That commentary on mitigating the impact of impending flood in the country was written by Tehemen Oraduen and read by Mariam Kesenjo.
Next is Cyberscope, bringing you the top trends shaping conversations across social media. Kemi Onuloyo is back in the headlines, and this time it's personal. The controversial journalist has sparked a wave of reactions online after posting a series of raw, emotional TikTok videos mourning the death of her father, former Oyo State Governor Victor Amuludun Onuloyo. But instead of the usual tributes, Kemi dropped bombshells. "My father ruined our lives." In the clips, she accuses the late politician of causing deep trauma to her and her siblings, allegations that have triggered heated debates across social platforms.
Wow, that's quite sad. Meanwhile, ahead of the Anambra governorship election, Labour Party is trending on X. The party just held a fresh factional primary, electing a new candidate in the middle of a leadership crisis.
Over on Facebook, emotions are running high as a grieving daughter shared a heartbreaking story. 400K for a whole was released the very next day because her family accepted a 400,000 naira bribe to let the matter die. The revelation has Nigerians calling out the justice system, corruption, and how easily lives are devalued.
That's all for today. Stay connected with us at Radio Nigeria and join the conversation using hashtag Cyberscope. Cyberscope was compiled by Adeni Bakari.
Next is newspaper headlines, and we begin with the Daily Sun, which I have with me. On the front page, 33 states, FCT at high risk of flooding, FG warns. 321 deaths recorded and over 1 million people affected in 2024. We also have PDP governors, senators reject coalition. You can pick up the Daily Sun. There are more stories on the front page, and you can read it.
And the Leadership Friday has these. Uromi Killings, Kano Deputy Governor, leads a delegation to Edo. And you can find that on page 6. It's not time for 2027 campaigns, ACF tells politicians. Page 25 is where you'll find that on Leadership Friday. 2025 flooding. 1,249 communities face high risk, FG warns. That's on page 4 of the same paper. A Benue APC crisis. I am going nowhere. Alia says this. And relief as Dangote cuts petrol ex-depot price. and to 865 naira per litre. You can find that on page 20 of the Leadership Friday, and that's all we have on Leadership Friday this morning.
On the front page of the Guardian newspaper, Yakubu laments flawed democracies, hints of exit at ECOWAS parley. And 2027, PDP governors meet, SDP reject merger talks. The Guardian has its own version of the story on Lagos rivers, 28 others to experience heavy flooding, FG1. So you can pick up the Guardian newspaper and find out more stories.
And Daily Trust has these. 2 weeks after FCT, teachers and area council workers remain on strike. Of course, that's quite sad. APC shuts headquarters as abducted director dies in capacity, another sad one. And down the foot here, we have 2024 flood victims still stranded as FG issues fresh alert. Well, it seems we have only bad stories, bad news on Daily Trust front page this morning. And, of course, my colleague has more.
The Nation newspaper is with me, and LP battles shifts to Anambra with parallel candidates. You can check that story on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. Dangote Refinery slashes petrol ex-depot price to 865 naira. Well, you can pick up the Nation newspaper and find out more stories on the front page. Well, that's it for newspaper headlines this morning. For weather report, thick dust haze is anticipated over Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara and Katsina states, while moderate dust haze with horizontal visibility range of 2 to 5 kilometers is expected over most parts of the north during the forecast period. Meanwhile, there are chances of localized thunderstorms over parts of Taraba State in the afternoon and evening period. Sunny to partly cloudy skies are anticipated over the north central, although there are prospects of morning isolated thunderstorms over parts of Benue State. And later in the day, isolated thunderstorms are anticipated over Plateau, FCT, Nasarawa, Kwara, Niger, Kogi, and Benue States across the southern region. Isolated thunderstorms are expected over parts of Cross River, Akwa Ibom, and River States in the morning.
To end the news, here is a recap of the major stories. The federal government has made a compelling case to French investors as part of the administration's effort to attract sustained foreign direct investment. The All Progressives Congress APC has shut down its national secretariat abruptly following the news of the demise of its director of administration, Dr. Abduraif Abdekunle Adeniji, who reportedly died in the hands of kidnappers. Stakeholders at a one-day presentation of civil society organizations' position on the revitalization of the Almajiri Tanga system of education in Nigeria have proposed a robust policy and legal backing to address Almajiri education system. We also reported that benefiting communities have dispelled rumor of abandonment of road project in Abia State.
That's the news, edited by Ibrahim Shuaibu and the production team. My name is Rachel Bola.
And I'm Jeremiah Jimmy. Thank you for listening and wishing you a happy weekend.
Moniya máa ń bàdàn. 99.1 àwa la jẹ́ nọ́mbà 1. Bá ń jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ bó ti ṣe ń lọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ètò tó táwọn yọ àtàwọn ìròyìn tó fọgbọ́n yọ. Àti ìpolówó ọjà tó mú ní ìta lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àwa la nìyẹn. Ibikíbi lákòókò yó. Rédíò Amúlùdùn láyé ń bá kétékété. Moniya máa ń bàdàn. Rédíò Amúlùdùn láyé ń bá kétékété.
Amúlùdùn FM 99.1 ní Moniya ń bàdàn ló máa ń múnú àwa dùn.
yeye wa. látọjọ́ tó bá ti bí wa sẹ́yìn lágogo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́
dájọ́ tẹ́kùn kan bá kọ lẹ́yìn ọmọkùnrin. Àkókò tí ká wákàtí ọjọ́ ká wákàtí mi sí rere o.
Àkókò tí ká wákàtí ọjọ́ ká wákàtí mi sí rere o.
Má jẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́. Ṣìjẹ́ má jẹ́ ṣe mẹ́tẹ́. Ojú ẹ̀ lámì wò bàbá má jẹ́ àpàdé àgbàkò láyé. Ojú ẹ̀ lámì wò bàbá má jẹ́ àpàdé àgbàkò láyé. Bàbá má jẹ́ aṣọ tí ó gbé òun láyé. Ojú rẹ̀ lábí wò bàbá má jẹ́ aṣọ tí ó gbé òun láyé.
Fàtáyì bí ìràwọ̀ ọlọ́lá. Ìràwọ̀ Adúfàtáyì wàá lò gbà yí pẹ́.
Ìràwọ̀ Adúfàtáyì wàá lò gbà yí pẹ́.
Aláàjì mi ìràwọ̀. Bàbá fáyìn dání o, bàbá jẹ lílì ní àtàtà, bàbá ayọ̀rọ̀ṣẹ́. Bàbá Fátímọ̀ mi àtàtà Adúfàtáyì ìrọ̀lọ́lá. Ọkọ̀ kíkẹ́ mi, ọkọ̀ kíkẹ́ lọ́mọ, ọkọ̀ rálì àti ọkọ̀ ṣadé, oníkẹ́mi ìràwọ̀ lọ́mọ lálá. Ìràwọ̀ kan tọ̀nà lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ ilé wa. Ìràwọ̀ kan tọ̀nà lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ ilé wa. Adúfàtáyì mi. Fàtáyì mi jọ bàbá ẹ̀, ó jọ Adúwàbí. Ìràwọ̀ mi jọ bàbá ẹ̀, ó jọ Adúwàbí. Ẹsẹ̀ consultant lọ́lọ́lá, ó jọ Adúwàbí. Àwọn aláàjì mi ò ọmọ Arẹ́gbẹ́, ó jọ Adúwàbí. Àwọn akọ́là wọn mi ò ọmọ Rọ̀ṣọ̀bà ń gbọ́, ó jọ Adúwàbí. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Aláàjì mi Fàtáyì mi ìràwọ̀, ó ti yé ọlọ́lá. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Onítẹ̀mí ìràwọ̀, Fàtáyì mi ọlọ́lá. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Adúfàtáyì mi àyànfẹ́ kọ́. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Onítẹ̀mí Fàtáyì mi ò, bàbá mi ìràwọ̀ yẹ́. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Ìràwọ̀ kò bá mi wálẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀tẹ́sì kan. Ó di lẹ́ra lálá, oníjànjí mi o. Jànjí mi èèyàn tàtà, oníjànjí lọ lálá. Ọkọ alájà, alájà sí mi sọ́lá. Kárí mi lóde káyé mi sí. Kárí mi lókèrè káyé mi sí. Ó ti yóò ní oúnjẹ oúnjẹ lọ. Jànjí o, ọmọ olóye. Jànjí o, ọmọ olóye. sí ìlú mi àtàtà lọ́mọ lọ́lá. Ẹgbẹ́ Wednesday club ẹgbẹ́ rere ni wọ́n jẹ́. Àwọn olùkùnrin mi àtàńkọ́. Jọ́jí o, ọmọ olóye. Jọ́jí o, ọmọ olóye. Jọ́jí ní méjì lọ́dẹ̀ mi nìkan. Jọ́jí ọmọ Oyèdélé. Ọkọ̀ ẹlẹ́tọ̀rọ̀ mi o. Babaláre wájú. Ọkọ̀ Ìyábọ̀dé mi o. Ọkọ̀ Bísí. Láìṣe láìrò wọ́n gbèrò ìka wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ láìka. Láìṣe láìrò wọ́n gbèrò ìka wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ láìka. Àwọn abanijẹ́ ènìyàn Olúwa gbà wá. Láìṣe láìrò wọ́n gbèrò ìka wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ láìka. Ọmọ Oyèdélé kọ́. Láìṣe láìrò wọ́n gbèrò ìka wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ láìka. Oníjẹ́bi ràdàdà ọmọdé sílùú mi o ọkọ rẹ̀ lajà sí mi kọ́. Láìṣe láìrò wọ́n gbèrò ìka wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ láìka. Ẹ kì í jọ́ọ̀jì o gbajúmọ̀. Ẹ kì í jọ́ọ̀jì o gbajúmọ̀. Ẹ̀kíjọ́sí o gbajúmọ̀. Oníṣẹ́ni o ìjọ́sí o ṣe. Ẹ̀kíjọ́sí o gbajúmọ̀. Ẹ̀kíjọ́sí o gbajúmọ̀. Ẹ̀kíjọ́sí o gbajúmọ̀. À ń jáde lọ lè ní Elédùmarè. Elédùmarè, à ń jáde lọ́dọ̀ ní Elédùmarè, jíjáde wa ká má pàdé àgbákò, jíjáde wa ká má pàdé àgbákò, ohun tá ó jẹ là ń wá lọ bàbá, ká má pàdé ohun tí ó jẹ wá. Ohun tá ó jẹ là ń wá lọ bàbá, ká má pàdé ohun tí ó jẹ wá. Ló lè káyé já. Nítorí rẹ̀ mo ṣe rọ̀ mọ́ ọ. Agbọ́kànlé mi má jẹ́ kó dòfo. Bàbá mo gbọ́kànlé ọ. Ẹni Ọlọ́run là ló lè káyé já. Nítorí rẹ̀ mo ṣe rọ̀ mọ́ ọ. Agbọ́kànlé mi má jẹ́ kó dòfo. Bàbá mo gbọ́kànlé ọ. Ẹni Ọlọ́run là ló lè káyé já. Nítorí rẹ̀ mo ṣe rọ̀ mọ́. Agbọ́kànlé mi má jẹ́ kó dòfo. Bàbá mo gbọ́kànlé ọ. Ẹni Ọlọ́run là ló lè káyé já. Nítorí rẹ̀ mo ṣe rọ̀ mọ́. Agbọ́kànlé mi má jẹ́ kó dòfo. Bàbá mo gbọ́kànlé ọ. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o o ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o o. Insurance cover. Kó dára fún wa ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ká lówó lọ́wọ́ o, ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ká bímọ lè mọ ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Fún wa lálàáfíà ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Jẹ́ ká yé wa dára o, ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ bàbá o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ká bímọ lémọ̀ ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ bàbá. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ká máa rí ṣe ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Nílé ayé wa fún wa ní ìdẹ̀ra o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Fún wa lálàáfíà nílé ayé wa. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o. Ó dọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ o.
jó gbogbo aráyé o ẹ bá mi yọ̀ ogójì ọdún tí mo ti ń bá bọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ o f'Olúwa o aráyé o ẹ bá mi jó aráyé o ẹ bá mi yọ̀ ogójì ọdún tí mo ti ń bá bọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ o f'Olúwa o. ṣe mímí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́dọ̀ mo dúpẹ́. Tí ó ṣe mímí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́dọ̀ mo dúpẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọrin s'Olúwa wa. Elédùmarè ọba tó dá wa. Sílé ayé, sílé ayé, sílé ayé, ọba tó dá wa, sílé ayé. Elédùmarè eke Hosanna o eke Hosanna Elédùmarè eke Hosanna o. Eke Hosanna Elédùmarè eke Hosanna o. Eke Hosanna, Elédùmarè, eke Hosanna o. You are the son of this day, congratulations, happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day, congratulations, happy birthday to you. The son of this day, congratulations, happy birthday to you. That the son of this day, congratulations, happy birthday to you. Lọ́jọ́ ìbí yẹ ẹ kú àṣeyẹ ẹ̀mí aṣọ pọ̀ ẹ̀. Èdè lọ́jọ́ ìbí yẹ ẹ kú àṣeyẹ ẹ̀mí aṣọ pọ̀ ẹ̀. The son of this day, congratulations, happy birthday to you. You are the son of the day. Congratulations, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Long life and prosperity. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. My darling, my lover, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday to you. My darling, my lover, my darling, my dear. Happy birthday to you. My friends, well wishes, my darling. Happy birthday to you. Láti jọjà ti tẹ̀lú ẹ̀bàdó. Láti jọjà ti tẹ̀lú ẹ̀bàdó. Ìyálóde Ẹ̀gbá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ di mẹ́ta ni. Ìyálóde tẹ̀gbá. Olórí oyè kan ló jẹ́. Láti jọjà ti tẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbàdo. Láti jọjà ti tẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbàdo. Ìyálóde Ẹ̀gbá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ di mẹ́ta ni. Àgbà ló tóró lọ, ìyẹn mi ti Ìyálóde Ẹ̀gbá. Ló tóró lọ, ìyẹn ní ti Ìyálóde Ẹ̀gbá. Bísóyè tẹ́jú oṣó, Bísóyè tẹ́jú oṣó, ìgbà ẹ̀ á tù wá lára. Alájà Símbí Àtù Àtinúkẹ́ Abíọ́lá. Alájà Símbí Àtù Àtinúkẹ́ Abíọ́lá ọ̀tún Ìyálóde. Madam Tinubu ni Ìyálóde àkọ́kọ́. Madam Jojo Lọ́lá Ìyálóde ẹ̀kejì. Bísóyè tẹ́jú oṣó Símbí Àtù Abíọ́lá.
Talẹ̀ ń kó wá bá Àdìgún ọmọjọmọ lọ tírin bá kọrin ìpàtẹ fún kan. Talẹ̀ ń kó wá bá Àdìgún ọmọjọmọ lọ tírin bá kọrin ìpàtẹ fún kan.
ìṣe mákẹ́tì fẹ́ parọ́ ẹ̀rù lọ́jà bó ṣe pọ̀ tó ìṣe mákẹ́tì fẹ́ parọ́ ẹ̀rù lọ́jà bó ṣe pọ̀ tó.
rédíò Amuludun 99.1 FM àgbétànádànù tuntun lágbóró.
Alhamdulillah al-wahid al-ahad al-fardu as-samadu alladhi lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad rafa'a as-samaa bila amadin wa sata'a al-arda sata'an aridan 'ala al-ma'i wa khalaqa al-makhluqati wa lam yansa ahada. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Sauti de taye tí mo sọgbọ́n. Ají arẹwà tó ń kọrin ẹ̀mí. Àwàdà mi mọ́ níwọ̀n àtẹ̀rín. Iṣẹ́ ò jẹ́ kéré ó bá àsìkò mi. Kì í jẹun púpọ̀ nítorí. Bóúnjẹ bá pọ̀ yóò pa ìròrí. Orun dín làákà èkún ni. Orun mi mọ́ níwọ̀n nígbà tó jẹ́. Research lọ́sàn-án lórúkọ òní jẹ́. Ọba tó fún mi lóye àtọ̀gbọ́n Sauti. Ọlọ́run tó fún mi lóye àtọ̀gbọ́n. Ó fún mi nítorí ìwúlò kan ni. Mi ò rórí ro nípa àṣẹ̀dá. Ohun tó dá ni mo ṣe ròrí. Tafakaru fi khalqillah. Ọlá tafakaru fi sàtìrì. Ó bá yẹ́rọ pẹ̀ láṣẹ ìbá ẹ̀. Omi ló wá pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ jùlẹ̀ lọ. Ìkan lọ́lọ́run mi fi òkè ṣe. Ó dáhùn tó pọ̀ púpọ̀ táwa ò lè ká. Ọba tó dá wọn ló mú ká wọn. Kò sẹ́yìn tó gbàgbé ń bẹ̀ òun kẹwàá. Ẹni rí kẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó gbàgbé. Ọba tó ń kẹ́ oúnjẹ bí Ọlọ́run. Lèmi ṣẹ́gbọ̀n sókè rántí ẹ̀. Wípé Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run mi pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ, ara Ọlọ́run mi pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Nínú iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ lágbàáyé tó dá, alámúlí màláìka ìkànnì, ìmọ́lẹ̀ ló ti dá wọn wá sáyé. Màláìka kì í jẹ èèwọ̀ ni, màláìka kì í mú èèwọ̀ ni, màláìka kì í sùn èèwọ̀ ni, wọn kì í bára wọn sùn èèwọ̀ ni, wọn kì í ṣẹ lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Ìjọsìn ni wọ́n ń ṣe fọba wọn, àsìkiri ni wọ́n ń ṣe fọba wọn, ọpẹ́ dídá ni wọ́n ń ṣe fọba wọn. Àwọn màláìka kan ń bẹ ní ìjókòó, kò sóhun méjì tán ṣe ìjà fọmọ. Àwọn kan ń bẹ lórí ìdúró, tán kábàrà fọba ìlàyé. Ó ń bẹ nínú màláìka tó jẹ́ pé lórí rúkú ló wà òní. Ó ń bẹ nínú màláìka tó jẹ́ pé lórí sùjúdù ní wà òní. Oníṣirí ẹ̀ sókè láéláé, kò sóhun méjì tán ṣe ìjà fọmọ. Ẹ̀dá àwọn màláìka wọn kì í kú, tó bá dìjọ́ kì í yá wọn òun lẹ́jọ́. Táwọn màláìka bá lè ṣàfọmọ́ Allah, táwọn màláìka bá lè ṣàfọmọ́, kí ló fẹ́ mú mi máa gbórúkọ ẹ̀dá. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Ọlọ́run Allahu la ilaha illallah. Allahu la ilaha illallah. Alámúlì jíìnì ayé kan ni. Alámúlì jíìnì ayé kan ni. Ìyẹn làgbáyé àwọn àlùjọ̀nù. Iná lọ́lọ́run mi fi ṣẹ̀dá wọn. Ẹ̀dá tọ́lọ́run dá wọn ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Àwọn máa ń jẹ wọ́n mú ní tiwọn. Àlùjọ̀nù máa ń sùn ní tiwọn. Wọ́n sì ń bára wọn lò wọ́n ń bímọ. Àlùjọ̀nù kẹrí ẹ̀ àbàmì ni. Olórí mẹ́fà ó ń bẹ nínú wọn. Olójú mẹ́jọ ó ń bẹ nínú wọn. Ọlọ́wọ́ mẹ́wàá ó ń bẹ nínú wọn. Ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ méjìlá ń bẹ nínú wọn. Aláwọ̀ mẹ́rìnlá ń bẹ nínú wọn. Apá kan ń sìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Kèfèrí sí ń bẹ́nu wọn tán yapa tí wọn kì í sí lọ́hùn ọba wọn ẹ̀dá ẹlẹ́mìí gígùn ní tiwọn èyí tó bá kéré jù tó ṣọkù 100 ní olóko tó kù wọn kì í sábà wà ń pọ̀ tó ń ṣọkù wọn ń dàgbà dógbó ní pẹ́láyé 2 mẹ́ta kan tó kù 5 mẹ́fà kan tó kù àlùjọ̀nù tẹ́rí ẹ̀wọ̀n jẹjẹ àwọn tó ń sìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn sálámù sálámù ní tiwọn sálámù ní tiwọn kúránì ní láhàmúlà àná já ànàmà mí náà lè jìnnà tí àwọn tó ń sìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn inú náà ni wọ́n wọ̀ ó dájú kí má má bá wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ kó lọ bí mo ṣe gbóhùn sókè ń gbé ẹ̀dá Allah bí mo ṣe gbóhùn sókè ń gbé ẹ̀gá pé Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah Olúwa Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah alámùtọ́ ìrè ayé kan ní bébà alámùtọ́ ìrè ayé kan ní tó ń pè lágbàáyé àwọn ẹyẹ gbogbo ohun tó bá ti níyẹ ẹyẹ ni ẹyẹ oníyẹ tó lẹ ẹyẹ ni agbára káfọ púpọ̀ fún wọn kéré òun fi kúrò láàrin ènìyàn ẹdìyẹ pẹ́pẹ́ irú wọn ni àwọn yẹn ń jẹ wọn mú un tó fún yẹ ẹyẹ omi ní kejì ẹyẹ ni gbogbo bí tómi bá wà ní òun fẹ́ gbé ẹyẹ àkọ́tẹ́rì ẹyẹ omi ní lékèlékè tẹ́rì ẹyẹ omi ní ẹja omi ní wọ́n ń jẹ ní tiwọn kòló ní wọ́n ń jẹ ní tiwọn ẹyẹ igbó ní kẹta ẹyẹ oko àwọn lágbára kan fò gidi gan ẹyẹ jẹyẹ lọ tó ń sọ ẹ̀fẹ̀ kọ́ o ẹyẹ jẹyẹ lọ tó ń sọ ẹ̀fẹ̀ kọ́ nǹkan náà la fi máa gbà ẹyẹ ẹnu ẹyẹ la fi máa gbà ẹyẹ yóò kún yóò sì tún mú bí abẹ ẹyẹ tẹnu ẹ bá gùn yóò pẹyẹ ẹyẹ ẹgbẹ́ ẹni ó jẹ́ fi sanra ọmọ ẹran tó balẹ̀ yóò rí pa àwọn ẹyẹ tí ó lẹ́nu rẹpẹtẹ nínú àwọn táwọn ń pè lẹ́yẹ oko àwọn náà ń jẹ ewé jẹ kòkòrò ẹyẹ ń bára wọn lò wọ́n ń bímọ wọ́n ń gúnra wọn wọ́n ń yẹ ẹ̀yìn pamọ́ ẹ̀yìn tẹ́yẹ yìí sílẹ̀ kó tó dọmọ tó bá jẹyẹ tó jẹ kó gidi ọjọ́ 7 ni ó lò yóò pọmọ ọjọ́ 14 ló pẹ́ jù fún gbogbo wọn wọ́n á mẹ́sẹ̀ lílẹ̀ ìjọ àbí wọn ò lè fò lójú kan wọn á dúró wọ́n á fò tí agbára bàdé tán àwọn ẹyẹ ìsìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn. Allah iye tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ ń ṣàfọmọ́ tó ń tó rọ́bà ní tiwọn kò sẹ́jọ́ fún wọn lọ́rùn tán fẹ́ jẹ́ ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ ṣàlẹ̀ yẹ ó dá gbogbo wọn bó ti hùn kẹ́sì wọn ń pọ̀ àtàfọmọ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mi lẹ́sàn tí wọ́n gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń gbéga. Allah ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mi lẹ́sàn tí wọ́n gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń gbéga. Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha àmì ọlọ́run tún tẹ̀ síwájú alámúná bàtà tẹ̀ máa ká lọ yẹn lágbàáyé irú mi tó jẹ́ pé àwọn oúnjẹ wọn mú ní tiwọn oúnjẹ tilẹ̀ bá jẹ́ tó bá yọ ìtàkùn náà ní ó gbé fún gímù atẹ́gùn ṣàlèwé jẹ́ ní tiwọn àǹfààní oorun bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń jẹ kú photosynthesis lédè òyìnbó wọ́n máa ń lájọṣepọ̀ wọ́n ń bímọ igi lákọ̀ wọn sí ìtúlábò ewé lákọ̀ wọn sí ìtúlábò tó bá ti yá ewé abo tó ń wakọ̀ lóyò òdòdó tí ó sì máa wẹ̀yẹ tẹ̀yẹ bá balẹ̀ tó bá fò tó bá lọ òdòdó ara ewé yẹn ó ti gbé òun ní stamen lédè òyìnbó tẹ̀yẹ tó bá gbé bá lọ́ba sórí akọ yóò yẹ ewé mi tí ó jọmọ afẹ́fẹ́ lè gbé ewé pàdé ra wọn lẹ́nu kó bá jẹ ewé kó tó jábọ̀ tó kúrò tún jẹ ewé kó tó jákọ̀ ewé abímọ látara ẹran gbogbo gíyìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn gbogbo igi yìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn ewé tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ ń ṣàfọmọ́ takùn yìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn tó bá dọ́jọ́ kì í yá mọ́ wọn ò lẹ́jọ́ ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ ṣá ni wọ́n dá gbogbo wọn tewé bá yìn lọ́hùn ọba wọn kí ló fẹ́ mú mi má gbórúkọ ẹ̀dá ẹ̀bá Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah Allahu la ilaha illallah ìṣàwọ̀ rẹ̀ pọ̀ a ò lè ká ọlọ́run ìṣàwọ̀ rẹ̀ pọ̀ a ò lè ká nínú ayé là lórílẹ̀‐èdè gbogbo wọ́n kún ọ̀sán 6 lágbàáyé kọ́ńtínẹ́ǹtì lédè òyìnbó Asia continent lápọ̀kọ́ 50 lórílẹ̀‐èdè tán ní country Asia Asia 50 ni wọ́n, Africa continent ló tẹ̀lé, ìlú adúláwọ̀ jẹ́ 54, àádọ́ta lé mẹ́rin làwọn jẹ́, North America continent ló tẹ̀lé, ogún ó lé mẹ́ta làwọn jẹ́, countries tó wà níbẹ̀ 23, South America continent ló tẹ̀lé, mẹ́rìnlá lórílẹ̀‐èdè tán ní countries lábẹ́ wọn jẹ́ 14, Europe continent ló tẹ̀lé, àádọ́ta ó lé kan làwọn jẹ́, 51 countries ní tiwọn, Oceania continent tó gbẹ̀yìn, mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n lórílẹ̀‐èdè tán ní 25 countries ní tiwọn, Antarctica tún bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé kò sọ́mọ èèyàn níbẹ̀ nítorí òtútù ti pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lè gbé o. Antarctica tún bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé kò sọ́mọ èèyàn níbẹ̀ nítorí òtútù ti pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lè gbé, atẹ́gùn ti pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lè gbé, àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń jayé tí United Nations gbà wọlé 1,217 217 ní gbogbo wọn, ọ̀pọ̀ tún ń bẹ tí wọ́n ò gbà wọlé, ọ̀pọ̀ sì ń bẹ táwa ò mọ̀ rárá, alimaru family ohun ti yẹni, ìwọ ló dá wọn tó wọn ta lè sọ, wàlímàjú láti Ọlọ́run ni, àtàwọn tó pa mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tá ò lè sọ, population census ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan, ìkẹyàn tó ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣó lè sọ, tó bá mọ̀ye ẹ̀ wá yọ ọwọ́ nìkan, Ọlọ́run mi ò ní mọ̀ kó sì ń tàlẹ́mì nìkan nínú ẹ̀dá rẹ̀, ọjà òyìnbó tí ó mọ̀ pé òun wá, tí wọ́n bá kọ́ tó ló ní ìjọsìn fún un, kò fi kọ́lá Ọlọ́run kò sì di oníkọ́lọ́hún má jọ lọ́hún mọ́, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Rahmanu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Rahimu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Asisu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Jabbaru la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Awalu la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Akhiru la ilaha illallah, Allahu la ilaha illallah, Olúwa Allahu la ilaha mo gbé ẹ̀ga, Allahu la ilaha illallah.
jọ́nà mi ò là. Ìtàkùn tó ní kẹrin máa wọ́dọ̀ tòun tẹ̀lé lọ́lọ́. Bàbá mọ képe ọ́. Bàbá Olúwọ̀run olùlànà jọ́nà mi ò là pérégedé jọ́nà mi ò là. Ìtàkùn tó ní kẹrin máa wọ́dọ̀ tòun tẹ̀lé lọ́lọ́. Bàbá mọ képe ọ́. Bàbá Olúwọ̀run olùlànà jọ́nà mi ò là pérégedé jọ́nà mi ò là. Èṣù ń gbógun, wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé Jésù lálátìlẹ́yìn mi. Ìbẹ̀rù ò sí o, ìgboyà ò sí o, torí mo bá Jésù lọ́ba. Bàbá ló ṣiṣẹ́ àrà, bàbá ló ṣiṣẹ́ ìyanu fún mi. Mò ń kálẹ́lúyà torí mo wà láàyè. Ọpẹ́ yìí ògo ló yẹ kórúkọ rẹ̀. Èṣù ń gbógun, wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé Jésù lálátìlẹ́yìn mi. Ìbẹ̀rù ò sí o, ìgboyà ò sí o, torí mo gba Jésù lọ́ba. Bàbá ló ṣiṣẹ́ àrà, bàbá ló ṣiṣẹ́ ìyanu fún mi. Mò ń kálẹ́lúyà torí mo wà láàyè. Ọpẹ́ yìí ògo ló yẹ kórúkọ rẹ̀.
Rojau waminka duau waminka atau wabuli suwali